In this video, we're going to be studying the American Kenpo foot manoeuvre of switching. Hi there, I'm Andy Seaton, Senior Instructor at Combat Fusion Martial Arts. Well, in this video we're going to be looking at another one of the basic foot manoeuvres used in American Kenpo, and that is the foot manoeuvre of switching. This foot manoeuvre allows us to change from one stance to another without the need for advancing or retreating. We're now going to look at the three basic types of switching, and then we're going to break them down and analyse the movements themselves.
There are three basic switching methods used in Kenpo. They are as follows and in no particular order: the back to front switch, the jump switch, and the front to back switch. At Combat Fusion, we use direction of travel to indicate which leg should be moved and in what order when switching. This may be different at your school, but providing you are employing the appropriate switch for your environment, it makes little difference. We will begin by analysing the back to front switch. We derive its name from the initial movement of the leading leg, moving back, followed by the trailing leg moving to the front. Its primary use is as an in-place stance change when facing an opponent at your 12 o'clock. This allows the control and maintenance of distance between ourselves and our opponent. Should an inappropriate order of leg movement be employed, then distance is lost and a potentially disadvantaged situation occurs. When executing the back to front switch, ensure your feet go through a pyramid shape at the midway point. This will help ensure your feet maintain the correct angle relative to your toe to heel line on acquiring the new switched stance. The front to back switch. As with the previous in-place stance change, this too gets its name from the initial movement of a leg, but this time the trailing leg. The trailing leg moves to the front, followed by the leading leg moving to the back. This stance change is also primarily used to control the distance between ourselves and an opponent, but this time the opponent is at our 6 o'clock whilst we are facing 12 o'clock. And again, should any inappropriate order of leg movement be employed, another disadvantageous situation may occur. When executing the front to back switch, this time ensure at the midway point your feet go through a V shape to once again help maintain the correct angle relative to your toe to heel line on acquiring the new stance. The jump switch. The jump switch is, as its name states, a jump. Both feet leave the ground simultaneously, switching position whilst airborne, and then landing safely and solidly into the new stance. When executing a jumping switch, endeavour not to overemphasize the jump itself. Rather than raising your body, just raise your knees enough to clear the floor or any object on the floor.
Okay, so that's the three basic types of switching we use in the Kenpo system. There are others, and we're going to go into the more specialised type of switching in this next section.
The advancing switch. This specialised foot manoeuvre is used to fool your opponent into believing they are controlling distance. The concept is to set up a pattern in your opponent's state of awareness that allows them to feel safe. You then take advantage of this feeling of security by executing half the normal retreating step, followed by a full advancing step, leading to a closing of distance between you and your opponent. The same concept may be applied when our opponent is to our rear. Once again we allow them to feel safe, then take around half the normal step before capitalizing on the altered distance. The angular switch. This is very similar to the angular cover. Both allow you to alter the direction of your line of sight, defense or attack. In this example, our opponent is at 3 o'clock whilst we face 12. The trailing foot moves from 6 towards 12, stopping beside the leading foot. Immediately, the leading foot steps away from our opponent to 9 o'clock, enabling our control of distance to our opponent as we settle in a new neutral bow facing 3 o'clock.
That covers some of the more specialised types of switching. We're now going to look at some of the common errors students tend to make.
Bobbing. This is one of the most common errors students make in all foot manoeuvres. Here we see each time a switch is made, the legs straighten at the midway point, causing the head to break the height dimensions. Try to keep your height constant at all times. The loss of dimensions. This is caused by the overstepping of one of the feet when switching. Here, when the leading leg moves back, care is not taken to ensure it is placed correctly. This results in a toe-heel line becoming an unstable heel-toe line.
Well, thank you once again for joining me on this Info-P.O.D, number 2 in the series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a share and a like. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please do so. And hit that reminder bell so you'll be told when we put up new videos. This is Andy Seaton, the Combat Fusion Martial Arts, saying goodbye.